Designing a reading goal and making habits. For this section of the notebook, you will be building a reading goal. And more importantly, you'll be thinking about the habits and behaviors you'll need to make this goal achievable and come to fruition. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Setting goals is easy. The process of making them happen can be challenging. Let's think about our reading habits. Habits are what help make goals happen. You have been presented with a challenge. You can think about your goal in terms of quantity, the number of books that you are going to read over the next 6 weeks, or a challenge goal. And that one is more individual. You as a reader get to reflect on your behaviors and think about how you can stretch and grow as a reader. So it might have to do with the type of books that you're reading, how you're reading, or when you're reading. Regardless, whether you choose a quantity or challenge goal, we need to think about behaviors, time, and location. The most important part is to be specific. In your notebook, you have 2 pages that you are going to design your goal and habits. Your goal for the first 6 weeks should be specific. Something like, over the next 6 weeks, every morning, I will read at least one narrative nonfiction book for 30 minutes or more. You can see and hear that this goal not only talked about the behavior, but also when it would happen and how it would happen. Next, you need to explain why you chose this goal. This is important for motivation. What is the importance of the goal? How will you implement it? And what will you achieve? So I chose this goal of reading narrative nonfiction books in the morning because I need to learn more about history. I feel like I don't know a lot about history when it comes to international relations and the world. And so I hope to read some more international texts, stories that are true from others about their countries, their governments, and their education systems. So that is why I picked it. And I hope that it will make me have broader perspectives and a better teacher. The second page asks you specifically what you need to do to meet this goal. So here you're going to put in some steps. I'm going to need to do some research on some international writers and make sure that I choose and have access to text that I'm motivated to read. So that's one thing that I'll need to do. Also going to need to set my alarm earlier so I can get that 30 minutes of reading time in the morning. That was key for me because usually I do most of my reading at night, and I don't think I read as long as I could because I get tired. So I'm curious to see what I'm like as a reader in the morning for a longer period of time. Step 5, how can my teacher support me and my reading community? In this portion, you're going to record how others around you can support you in reaching your goal. You might need to conference with your teacher. You might need to find a quiet work area to read and focus. I hope this helps you design your goals specifically and think about your habits in order to experience success and more reading pleasure over the next 6 weeks.